Hey, it's Lee. So, welcome back to my channel. So, for today, I did a short reaction video and a little bit of Easter eggs with the new West Side Story musical movie that Steven Spielberg directed. And because it's Romeo and Juliet the musical, okay, West Side Story is Romeo and Juliet the musical, I've watched it both on film and as well as a play. I even directed this, so I know a little more about the story. So I will give my not just my initial reaction, but um, my also some Easter eggs regarding this about both Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story, and of course I'll be comparing it back and forth as well. Okay, from the old musical, the old movie as well. So I'll be comparing some of them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay.
Tonight, tonight, the world is full of light.
Okay, so for this one, the first parts, as you can see, she's at the balcony part of the we call this emergency stairs at the back. Okay, so this is actually an iconic um symbol of the West Side Story. If you would see the original, it's actually a combination of different emergency stairs, and it acts like a balcony. So a little background on West Side Story. West Side Story is a musical that is based from Romeo and Juliet. All right, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. So if you know the story of Romeo and Juliet, so you know more or less the ending, but it's not entirely the same. Basically, this is during the 1950s, Upper West Side of New York, and so this is during this part. You can see this is like rundown stuff because basically these are people who are not really that well off. This side is the Puerto Ricans. Okay, so the girl that you see there, that's actually Maria. Or he sings tonight, tonight. Okay, so that one, that's Maria. She's our lead actress. Okay, so that whistle is very important. Actually, that's also an iconic thing. If you know West Side Story, that opens actually the original film, the old film. So this is the whistle of Riff, the leader of the Jets, one of the gangs.
This is my first time in New York City. I want to be happy here. I want to make a life, a home.
Okay, so for this one, if you've noticed, here Maria um, um, tells about her American dream. So she wants to be happy in America and everything. So she's saying that, and we call this. What's good about this new version? This is not just directed by the Steven Spielberg, but the screenplay for this one was written by Tony Pulitzer Prize, Tony Kushner, and also he's also a Tony Award winning playwright as well. So you can see if you would compare the old version, even the musical. This one has more political undertones, more realistic ones. So that's why actually I appreciate that. And in a way, it's a period play, of course, because it's 1950. So you would see their hairstyles and everything. Okay, so for this shot, you could see, okay, so that's Maria's iconic um, white gown. So it reflects her innocence, but the red band that is usually what represents love. It can also represent a rose in bloom, and in the tragic part, it could represent blood. Okay.
Tonight.
Okay, so I forgot the girl who's helping her is Anita. That's the girlfriend of her brother Bernardo. Okay, she's a good dancer. She's actually one of my favorite characters. Okay, a Steven Spielberg film. Wow. Okay, so I never expected Steven Spielberg to really direct this play, but I'm so glad that the way he did it, together with Tony Kushner, this as well. I could see they respected the the musical. They didn't have to be stylistic about it. Cats, like what happened to Cats? They respected the material, but at the same time, they bring a fresh new look to it.
Are you ready?
Okay, so that's Bernardo, her brother. Okay, and of course, the one helping her is um, Anita and then Maria fixing up. So it's like a coming of age for Maria. It's not really debut or quinceañeras for them, but it's more of it's just in a way that it's her coming of age to America to go with the society. But of course here they look very happy with the group. Of course, there are certain groups in gangs, so they have to stick together. So Bernardo here is with, okay, let's see if I can use uh some stuff here. Maybe. Okay. So this is Bernardo and this is Anita. Okay, and of course that's Maria, and the rest of the people behind them are actually the are the sharks, the Puerto Ricans. Okay. All right. Kyuki. Next.
Tonight is about family.
Okay, tonight is about family. Um, so here, you okay? So more here, I believe this should be Chino. He's Puerto Rican, so if they're Puerto Rican, since about family, of course they need to be close knit. Chino is part of Chino is part of Bernardo's family. Oh, not family, Bernardo's gang. Okay, and of course, it's best that Maria stick to Puerto Rican within the family, not just this is their surrogate family here in America. Okay, the gangs. Okay, next.
The first gringo boy who smiles at you.
Okay, so the first gringo boy who smiles at Pounds, which is, well, aside from being the a brother, of course, he's the old Bernard is the older brother. Of course, he should be protective of his sister, but at the same time, because of the racism and discrimination in this movie, so the Puerto Ricans are actually um, against a rival gang, which is later on we will see eventually uh, the Jets. So Sharks are the Puerto Ricans, the Jets is white Americans. So okay, so they're just, well, Bernard is not just protecting his sister as his sister, protecting his own as they are Puerto Rican, something that. Okay, so across the gym. Okay, so this gym is actually both for anybody can join here, and anyone in the city have joined here. So in the gym dance or dance at the gym, actually there's a separate there's actually a song called the dance at the gym. You would see um, Maria and Tony looking at each other. What I like about it because they look young, which is good. Because if you would watch the original, Tony's a little bit old, and Maria is not that innocent looking, to be honest. So the casting here is better than the original movie. And yeah, and I like the way the lighting is showing it. It's more, even if they don't exactly um um segregate Maria, it's the lighting and the way um our eyes draw at them. I like the way Steven Spielberg directed it. So you would immediately isolate the two lovers already. That you would understand they're really having their own moment in the dance floor.
I never seen you before. You're not Puerto Rican.
Is that okay?
Okay, I've never seen you before. You're not Puerto Rican, so that's actually sets already the theme. Okay, this is actually two worlds. So if in Romeo and Juliet it's about the two warring families, here it's the two warring um, cultures, one is Puerto Rican and the other one is white Americans. Okay, but they're actually Irish descent, but they're white, something like that. So there's discrimination, racism.
Do you want to start World War III?
Okay, so here, as you can see, Maria, I believe this is the part where Tony was supposed to um, meet Maria in the dance floor, because in the old movie, on the old version, there's this part that they will really have to meet each other. They even have a dance together. Okay, I forgot the earlier teaser if they have that, but in the old movie they have that sequence wherein Maria and Tony will have to meet in the middle, and then instead of, at least here, it's Anita who says, "Do you want to start World War III?" In the original musical as well as the movie and the version, the play version, it's already Bernardo who gets mad actually, and so as you can see, this is Chino. Chino looks here like a bit innocent or nerdish even. He is unable to do anything. Okay, so that's the Jets a while ago. The one who came up. That's the Jets, the white Americans. Okay, that.
You know, I wake up to everything I know either getting sold or wrecked or
Okay, so they're the white Americans. That's the Jets. Okay, um, they're the other gangs. Okay, they're the rival gang of the Sharks.
being taken over by people that I don't like.
You keep on.
So you could see both of them are already fighting. Well, they usually have a rumble. So there's Officer Krupke, those stuff. It's the officer there. Okay, Officer Krupke.
Away from him as long as you're in my house.
I'm a grown-up now, Bernardo. I'm gonna think for myself.
Okay, what I like about this Maria, she is more headstrong. She has more speaking lines compared to the original one. For the original musical and the both the film and the play, she wasn't fleshed out much. They're pretty straightforward here. I'm glad they're actually using it already, which is good. Um, Fleshing out the characters, I mean. And I like this part. This is the balcony scene. This is the Romeo and Juliet part of it.
Tony, we need you if we're going to war.
So this part, it's really like off the war, because this is the pivotal scene of the Rumble. If you know Romeo and Juliet, this is there's also a rumble in their own way. So, but I like the way this was shot. Actually, look at it; it's so theatrical. Actually, I mean, you can't see it in the theater, but the way it's shot, it's so beautiful, so scenic, and very symbolical. I mean, it's merging like that, so it's visually beautiful. I like it. So their colors are already merging. Already, already shows an omen already of something really bad is gonna happen, because of the black stripes. There already.
Friend or foe?
Oh, I like this one. I can't recall if that is also a line from the original West Side Story. Well, who are you, friend or foe? That's good because it's really they're showing the gray area already of this the complications of this musical because friend or foe, because of course they're their friend, they're white Americans, but he's fallen with Maria, so of course he's trying as much as possible in a way to protect the people that Maria loved. This, well, that's in the original musical. That's why I guess this is what riff means here. Okay, so that one. All right, so next. Okay, Doc's Chemist. Um, this is actually where Tony works, and I think, but instead of Doc here, it's Rita Moreno, whose characters is playing, will be the Doc person, I believe here. And Doc's Chemist. If you remember, Doc in the musical is the one who actually is the voice of reason for the gang, actually, especially specifically for the Jets, because that's where Tony is working. But also chemist. If you know Romeo and Juliet, Friar Lawrence actually made a brew. So in a way, that's how they are also they're honoring the original play. So using chemist, Doc's Chemist here. Okay. Um, the apothecary. There's this part there. So the apothecary part of Romeo and Juliet.
If you go with him, no one will ever forget.
Okay, I'm not sure if this part is where they're gonna sing one hand, one heart, but usually in the musical as well as the movie, it was done when Tony and Maria were inside the dress shop. Here it's inside a church. In a way, they're gonna get married in the church, which in also in Romeo and Juliet, they did get married under Friar Lawrence who blessed the couple. So, but here, of course, there's no priest. However, I could see here that recall this here they're inside a church, which is better than I like this better because at least Steven Spielberg is using already more settings, not just what's on the original play.
If you
Okay, so basically of course there's a gang thing and they're actually playing stuff. So sorry, kanina a while ago that's not Rita Moreno. Okay, that's the Anita of this movie. This is Rita Moreno. She played the original Anita. Okay, and she's the one who is she's the employer of Tony here. Okay, she'll be the voice of reason. I've noticed also it's because of her inclusion here, changing the character of Doc. I could see they're leaning also for a more feminine roles here, not just more prominent. They're showing not just the racism part, but also women here, the prominence, the contribution of women this time, which is great. Oh, I love the shot. Okay, I love that shot because that's just normal fighting. Because if you watch the original movie, it is a little bit. It's obviously so staged, so much that it's not that realistic. But at least here, it's more. I find it more realistic and more fluid and more. It's showing that Tony is actually trying to stop the fight here.
life matters.
I also like it the show the Virgin Mary and also the sharks actually praying. So faith is a very important um, part of Hispanic Americans, as well as if whether you're Puerto Rican, even in the Philippines. That's part of our culture.
Even more if matters, even more than love.
Life matters more than love. So, that's a very good um, reminder. So yeah, because if you know the story, what will happen in the end? So yeah, sometimes passionate love, if not used correctly, if it's just you just allow it um, to continue, it's not really that good. Okay, if you don't also use your brain. Okay, so you already saw some parts of it already from the dance floor, the dance, the gym, the streets. I'm sure they're dancing. America, one of my favorite numbers there. Also, I like the okay. Also part of the dress shop. You dress shop. At least that dress shop there is compared to the old movie. It's more colorful. All right. Really, because I mean Puerto Ricans and um Hispanic Americans actually has a or they have a very colorful culture. So I'm glad that's also being shown here. Okay, even the colors of their clothes, you could see it. Okay, okay, so for this part, okay, okay, I can't, unlike the original full of the emergency exits there, emergency stairs, here, I can only see the walls. It's also good because in a way that their love, just like in Romeo and Juliet, it's really it's a star-crossed relationship. There's a huge wall, but in West Side Story, it's more on um, the race this time. Okay, so
So that's it. So I'm still thinking because West Side Story is one of the plays that I love. It's a musical that I love, and it would be sacrilege if I don't do a reaction video when I keep on doing Marvel, right? So I'm going back to my first love, which is musicals. So I hope that you enjoyed this. All right, thank you.